Hey everybody, welcome to the stream and welcome to this first challenge stream where I'm going to try and beat a notoriously difficult game, retro game. I have a bunch of them planned out, but I recently I really wanted to play Double Dragon because this is a game that I've played a lot as a kid, but I was never able to beat or even get even close to beat back in the day. But recently I wanted to try and kind of study it and see exactly how would someone beat it. I watched tips and tricks videos and speed runs and everything to try and exactly know how to beat this game, and then started practicing and doing multiple runs a day. And after several weeks, and at one point when everything went well, I was finally able to beat it. I played it on the Nintendo online thing, but I also have the original cartridge. But we'll be emulating because the screen looks a lot better with an emulator than with the RCA to HDMI converter that I have. I tested it and didn't look quite as well. So we'll be using an emulator. But as always, every time I use an emulator, I have to show that I do indeed own the original cartridge with the instruction manual as well. Oops. Oh, yeah, I do own the game. But hey, Mexicos, welcome. So yeah, I'm gonna try. Let's see if I can do it on camera this time, because I've already beaten this game once, but I don't know if I can do it every time. There's a lot of tricky areas that are very dependent on luck, so it's gonna be tricky. I have no guarantee that I'll be able to do it. I'll try a couple times, but that's why this is a challenge stream. I'm gonna give it a shot and see if it works. But before we do, okay, let's listen to this a little bit. Cool little intro music. Very nice soundtrack, by the way. I think actually I like the 8-bit soundtrack better than the original arcade music. Even if it's simpler, it sounds a little better to me. Maybe I'm just used to it. Let's see. Okay, when it starts repeating, I can press. Interesting that you don't press start on this screen. You have to press select to go to this screen, and then you press start. And there are a bunch of modes here. There's mode A and mode B. And mode A is the regular game, just like the arcade, except it says here mode A 2 players, but it is actually kind of misleading because it's not 2-player co-op like the original arcade, because this game, the engine, I mean the programming, they made it so that the game cannot display 4 enemy sprites at the same time, so it can only display your character plus 2 enemies. So if there were 2 players on screen at the same time, you'd both be fighting only one enemy at a time. So they decided to just have one player at a time. So even though it says 2 players, that's not 2-player co-op. That's 1 player playing at a time. Every time someone dies, the other one plays, and when they die, the other one plays. So it's alternating. And mode B is like a kind of like a fighting game, where you can actually go in. Let's just check it out a little bit. Select a character, and you actually get to know the names. If you don't have the manual, you can kind of learn the name of the characters. So you have Billy Lee. Here it says Will, but it's William. It says, it's kind of spelled weird, but it's supposed to be Roper. And then Linda. And in some places he's called Chin Tai, but here is just Chin. And the big guy, Abobo. So in this one, you select a character, and it's always a mirror version. You always fight against yourself. You can't mix and match. So it's kind of like a fighting game where you can use the moves from the arcade. See who wins. In this one, you can play 2 players at the same time, one versus the other, or you can play against the CPU. So this is, I think, yeah, that screen that I showed earlier is how I kind of learned the names of the characters back when I played this as a kid. Because I don't remember, yeah, I didn't own this as a kid. I bought it recently, but when I rented it, I didn't have the manual, so this is how I kind of got to know who the characters are. And the sprites in this mode are actually a little bit higher res than the ones in mode A. You kind of get a little more detail on what the characters look like. Okay, let's reset here. So yeah, you can fight against each other, or you can play the regular arcade, and that's what I'm going to attempt to do now. Okay, let's go. Everything looking good, sounding good. Let's see if I can do this. I did a practice run earlier, and I got to the final boss, but I made a few mistakes and didn't have enough lives, because in this game you don't gain any lives. You have 2 lives to complete the entire game, so if you want to really preserve them as best as you can. So let's go. Oh, poor Marion. Hey, look, they painted her legs red as to kind of disguise her, make it seem like her dress is longer, as a way to censor, because in the original arcade you could kind of see her underwear. So here you go. Let's start punching these Williams. Oh yeah, they also only display 2 of the same enemy on screen. And yeah, if you know that they can only display 2 at a time, because when one dies, another shows up. So you could kind of plan for when another is going to show up like that. Okay, I know that they won't show up unexpectedly. Only when they die, I'm going to give you a kick so you can drop your whip. Okay, so you might be wondering, why am I just punching them instead of kicking? Because kicking is actually better in this game, because it has a little bit more range than punching. If you look at the door here, look at where my fist ends at the door frame, and where my foot ends, so a little bit more reach. So it is better to kick, but punching gives you a better score. And in this game, one of the tricks I learned is that since in this game you have abilities are unlocked by experience points, it's better to get more points early on, so you can kind of level up quicker and unlock new abilities faster. So in this first level, I'm just going to punch my way through. So I already got 2 hearts. Every time I get a new heart, I unlock a new ability. That's where it says 430 down there below 1p, player 1. That's how much experience points I have, and every time I get 1000, I gain a level. I get 1 more heart, and I get 1 more ability unlocked. So 2 hearts, I got this uppercut that I'm using, and after I punch a few times, I do this uppercut. So I could have picked up that barrel and thrown at them, but that would not get me nearly as many points as punching them, so I chose not to. Now those were the ropers, now the Lindas. Okay, got the 3rd heart, which means now I can do this jump kick. Oh yeah. I still have plenty of HP, so I don't think I need that whip. If I got to this point with a low HP, I would have gotten the whip just to make sure I don't die on the first level. I don't lose a life right away. You can't catch me. I do 1 kick to make her drop, because apparently my kick is a little longer, has a little bit more reach than the reach necessary for her to use the whip, so it's very safe to use a kick before she uses her whip. Okay. looking good so far. And every time I transition to a new screen like this, I get my HP back, so... it doesn't matter if you end that first part with very low HP, you just get it all back. As long as you don't lose a life, you're okay. Punch these guys some more. These ropers. Oh. And because I have a jumping kick, they have a jumping kick as well. So they kind of use it because I unlocked it. There you go. And here he comes, the boss of the first mission, a Bobo. Look at this guy, he's intimidating. He's so big. Oh, this is going to be a very, very big fight. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, what am I going to do? Oh, there he goes. Goodbye. Not quite as intimidating when you know how to beat him like that. Okay, mission 2. Let's go. Keep watching these guys. Bait him into throwing his box. Ah, that's a bad spot to be in between two of them. You can kind of use the jump kick to get around them because you notice that if I approach them, they'll just go a little bit. They'll just keep going back. But if I use a jump kick, I can get behind them. So you can use a jump kick to make sure you're better positioned. Ooh, music! This could easily be in a Mega Man level. And once again, as soon as one disappears, the other shows up. Only fighting 2 enemies at the time, or 2 of the same enemy at a time. The limitations of the technology. Whoops. Actually didn't mean to throw it. Okay. And now it's the guy with the dynamite, yeah. Ah. Ah. Got him to get blown up by his own dynamite. Very fun. Ah. Yeah. Haha. Got your bat now. Which means I'm Batman. Now I could just climb down here like normal, but it's much cooler to do this. Hiya! Parkour. What? I think you do that too, huh? Come on. Oh yeah, come here, come here. Haha, mine now. I got your dynamite. You're like, hey, give it back. Okay, here you go. Ah. Come here. No. Ah. Boom. Come here, you. Another one of the dynamites. If I move up and down like this, I can kind of keep him in the same location. And make it so he gets blown up by his own dynamite. Ah. And there you go, 5 hearts. So with 4 hearts, I got a move that's this kind of a hair pool. Let's see if I can do it. No. I'll do it later. With this one, 5 hearts, I got a very nice move that's like an elbow, reverse elbow move. Oh, look at this. It looks like we're very high up here, so if anyone fell down there, they'd get really hurt. Okay. Goodbye. Yeah, look at him go. Oh yeah, with the whip, it gets very easy to defeat them. And you sure you want to come down here? Didn't you see what I did with your friends? Okay, your funeral. Goodbye. Climb all the way up, and the boss of Mission 2 should be waiting up there. There he is, Chin Tai. Come here. Oh yeah. And there's the pool. The hair pool and throw that I unlocked, that I said. You know what? I'm tired of fighting you. Come on. Ah, really? Goodbye. I got tired of fighting you and I'm leaving. Yeah, you can get past that level without fighting him by just going down the stairs. Okay, mission 3. Yeah, I got enough hearts. I don't have to keep punching anymore. I can just use kick as much as I want. And use this move. Very brutal move. Grab someone by the hair and kick him in the face and then throw him. Looks very brutal. Throw your knife. This knife is very dangerous if you get hit by it. Oh. Very much better to bait them into throwing it early so they don't have it anymore. You lose a lot of hit points if you get hit. Okay. Okay. And this mission 3 can get very long, so it's better to not lose a lot of health points, so you have enough for a fight later on. These guys have a lot of range. So. Yeah. So they can So it's kind of interesting that the boss of the mission 2 is now a regular enemy. Yeah. Yeah. It's very tricky to do this. I'm actually not sure if it's random or if it depends on the distance that the hair pool works, but when it does a lot of damage, so it's better to do as much as possible. Come on. There you go. 3 kicks and a throw. I think I can do 4 kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they already done. This hand kind of looks like a hand that's maybe hitchhiking. Kind of interesting how it's shaped. Okay, come here. Ah. Yeah, you stay over there so I can throw you down. Yeah. Okay, here's a tricky part. There's going to be a guy with a knife at the end. I'm going to try and jump and then move out of the way so he doesn't throw his knife at me. Ah. There you go. Go away. And there's going to be another one. Right, get him to throw it. Okay. Yeah, after a while you kind of know, after going through this game a bunch of times, you kind of know when each enemy comes. Okay, now these guys are they're not that hard individually, but there are a bunch of them, so it can get tricky if you don't dispatch them right away. They're much weaker than the Chintais, so they die with just one throw. Yeah. Okay. And now here comes the big fight that I needed the HP for. Ah! 2 Abobos! So I also wanted the hearts so I can use this move. This is the best move against Abobo, besides this jump kick. This jump kick also works, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. But it's good for getting past them if you're stuck between 2 of them. Like this, yeah. So I'm gonna try. Yeah, keep trying to get them before they get me, because if they get too close, they can hit me as well. So I'm going a little. Okay, get away from me. Don't let them get too close. There you go. See, I let him get too close and he hit me. So this is kind of misleading. I could go on, keep going right, but the level you have to actually enter here. If you kept going, the level would repeat. Okay, here comes the first troll part. These random stalactites. You kind of have to dodge. Oh no. Oh no, come on. Not that hard, but it can kill you if you get hit too many times. Okay. Now a little bit of platforming, which is kind of tricky because... Oh no. Oh no. And there's one One life down. I was going to say it's kind of tricky because... gonna have to press 2 buttons to jump, and... Oh dear, I really don't like having lost a life so early, but... Keep going, let's see. I can lose at least 1 life. If I lose another one, then I might as well reset, because it's way too hard to finish this game with 0 lives left. But 1 life is left is still possible. Oh wait. If I'm lucky, because there's a really troll part later on, mission 4, that... Okay, here's another part where if you kept going, the level would repeat and you have to go in here. Okay, come on. Bait him into throwing. Ah, come on. Here you go. Oh no. Okay, come on. Ah. Get away from me. Okay. Throw. There. Ah. Okay. Very worried about these guys with the dynamite, because the dynamite also takes you a bunch of health. And this is another level where I need to go... I need to have a bunch of health at the end to survive. So here I have to actually drop down. Escape the... I have to jump a little bit before the ledge so I don't fall in. It takes a little bit of time. Oh. In this case, if I jumped before the screen transitioned, I would also have died. Kind of weird that you can drop down, but you can't jump down. And it's the Hulk. Here you have to beat him the same way. I think that he's canonically known as Franken-Nabobo. Like they did some experiments with him, turning his screen green like this, his skin green. And another one, yeah, one of them breaks through the wall, another one just casually walks in. And in this one, in this area, I can't like move up and down, so a little harder to avoid them. Okay. And once again, I have to go into this passage instead of keep going right. Okay, this part is not that hard. Just gotta fight a bunch of Lindas. Go away. Yeah. Go away. Stand next to the ledge there. Get the hair pull and throw them away. It's very easy to. There you go. Woohoo! Whoa, they're still around. Come here. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh, you're gonna stay up there? Okay, fine. I have to defeat them all so this door will open. There you go. And here we come, the really troll part of this game. Sip of water. These blocks that will randomly shoot out of the wall and try push you out or okay. Okay. I'm trying to discern the patterns, see if they... Okay. Ah! I jump, I make sure I jump after the last one, just in case that last one activates. No. Okay. Okay. Ah, come on. Okay. I survived. But this is another hard part. This is a bunch of the Chintais, and one of them has a knife. Okay, throw your knife away. Come on. There you go. It's very dangerous knife there. Ah. Ah, come on. This is also a place where you can easily lose a life. No. Okay. Try and throw them off the ledge. Get rid of them as quickly as possible. Okay. Oof. I get scared when I kill one because I know another one's gonna spawn and they can get a knife. They can have a knife. Okay. Uh-oh. Can't be too close to the ledge, or else I'll be the one getting thrown. Oh no. Okay. Survived. That's looking good. Hello, Bobo. Goodbye, Bobo. Don't need to fight you. I can just climb up. Okay. And now a bunch of these guys. Yo. Ah, come on. Oh dear. Ah, oh no. These guys aren't, like I said, oh. These guys aren't that hard, but they can easily remove the remaining health points you have. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, get up. Get up. No. Okay. No. Just stay here and throw them off. Come on. Okay. With 0 HP left, I managed to get through. Okay. Come on. Get away. Haha. Can't catch me. Okay, made it. And okay. This is a tricky jump, and there's water below, so if I miss that jump, that's one less life. Okay. This jump kick is the one that is what gets unlocked after after 6 hearts. Can't catch me. Wait, gotta be patient. So I don't miss the jump. And there you have it. This is the final level. Let's see if I can survive the gauntlet, because there is a lot of enemies before the final boss. And it's better to... Oh. And I can't go too low because there are a bunch of spikes over there. Oh no. And they play the title music too in this level. Very, very fitting for the end. Okay, yeah, I'm already max level, so these guys aren't that hard. But if like I said, I still have a lot of enemies to go, so I don't want to lose too much health points on so early. Okay, and here it is, the final area and the final gauntlet. Ah. 2 Abobos again. Okay. Try to see if I can beat them without losing any more health. Because I'll need all the health I can get with the final guy, because the final guy is very tricky. Come on. Okay. Notice that every time I use the elbow move, they duck, but they're so tall that they can't duck. Duck enough to escape getting elbowed in the face. Okay, one is a lot easier to deal with. Okay, and now 2 Chintais, one with a knife, which I can pick up and throw him in your face. Okay, let's see if I can kick them as soon as they come out. Yeah. Yeah, the Lindas aren't that hard, but... Okay, now the Ropers. Once again, trying to kick them as soon as possible, just get a little bit of extra damage. Okay, here we go. Machine Gun Willie, the leader of the bad guys, the Shadow Warriors. Only guy with a gun in this game. Come on. Come on. There you go. Very tricky to get this get this move so I can kick him, pull by his long hair. Oh, yeah, that shot does a lot of damage, so gotta be careful not to get hit. Okay. It's easier to go down and then go a little bit up. Oh, okay, I can survive one more shot. Come on. Ah, no. Well, gotta do the whole gauntlet all over again. If I had gotten that one last time, I would have been able to, I think I would have been able to finish the game, because there is a checkpoint after him, but there is no before, so. Yeah, I was also very tricky to get past that fight before I knew exactly what to do, but once I read up on the tricks of leveling up early on and unlocking this back elbow move, the Abobo fights in level 3 were much easier. Look at that. I can defeat them without losing almost any health. Okay. Yeah. See, the problem isn't really the defeating the enemies, is defeating the enemies without losing almost any health, so you have plenty of health to spare for the Willy fight later on. Oh no. Yeah, the trick to getting these moves later on is to do a lot of punching early on, because punching gives you more points, more experience points than kicking. So if you punch all the enemies in level 1 and 2, you unlock your moves much quicker. So yeah, if I hadn't fallen down that pit early on, I would still have one more life left here. And I would much more likely to be able to beat the game, since you don't get extra lives at any point. Okay. And yeah, four kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and throw. Come here, over here. I can't go too far down or I'll fall in the spikes. Okay, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw. I think one more throw and I'll be able to beat him. So. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Now the final boss. Jimmy Lee, my brother. Ah. He's the actual final boss of the game. So it's actually kind of reminiscent of the arcade, where after you defeat the Machine Gun Willy, the leader of the bad guys, you have to fight your co-op partner to kind of win the affections of the girlfriend, Marion. There's a trick to this fight. If you stun him and then use the elbow kick, makes it easier. So that's why you have to fight him. It's not like he's the evil leader of the organization. It's just because you did it in the arcade. He always ducks the elbow move if I just do it, but if I stun him first... There you go. 2 kicks and an elbow is a way to defeat him. And the elbow does a lot of damage, so... Let's see if I can do it. Come on. And he knows all my moves. So funny when they both get stunned at the same time. Come on. Come on. Come on. Stop doing flying kicks. There you go. I also have a time limit, so I can't take too long. Ah. Come on. Ah. 0 HP. Can I do it? Ah, no, I can't. Game over. No, I can't knock him off the edge. There's no edge to the sides. There's only an edge on the bottom. Well, I can go another run if you want to. If you want to try, especially people who came here later want to see an entire playthrough, and try again. Let's go. 58,000 points. That was my score. But yeah, actually, like I said, the best outcome is to if I had defeated Machine Gun Willie with an extra life left, and then I had died on Jimmy Lee, I would have restarted at the Jimmy Lee fight with full health. So, like I said, it pays to get to the final boss with at least one extra life left. So you don't... you can kind of recharge your HP just by dying on Jimmy Lee, and you start again. Okay. But yeah, I've been practicing this doing like a lot of multiple runs at a time. Every time I died too many times, I'd restart and try again. Okay. One kick, so the Linda dropped the whip, and then punch, 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 just to get more points. There you go. I already leveled up. I unlocked the uppercut move. Come on. No, don't climb up there. Oh yeah, it is more dangerous to punch, which is why I only do it on these first levels. You see, punching. Look at that. If I punch, I reach that door frame. If I kick has a little bit more range. See? So it is much safer to kick than to punch, but you don't get nearly as many points. So it's much better to level up early on. Also, I could pick this up and throw it at them, but I won't get the points necessary. There you go. Unlock the uppercut with the 2 hearts. So yeah, you see that number 880, 920, that's the number of XP points that I have. When I reach within reaches 1,000, I get a new level. Okay, level 3, I unlocked the flying kick. Oh yeah. Now, if I reach this area, the ending of this area with too little HP, I can just pick up one of the Lindas over here. She'll drop her whip. If I can easily kick the whip out of her hand, because apparently my kick has enough range that it will get her before I get within range of her to use the whip. So yeah, I'm gonna punch a little bit more. If I get down to like 1 HP, I'll there you go. Then I'll pick up the whip, because the whip is much safer. Can't catch me here. Yeah. Yeah, you have no chance now, because the whip has a lot more, even more range than the kick, so... So yeah, beating this game is hard, but not because like any individual part is hard, but because there are lots of parts that will slowly take away your health, or there are a lot of troll parts that can kill you. So it's like a lot of things have to go right to get to the end part with at least 1 extra life. So if you mess up in any one area, you might as well restart. Okay. Yeah, see, because I have the flying kick these guys have. If I had come here without the flying kick, they wouldn't be jumping like this. And here comes a Bobo, first boss, who later on becomes a regular enemy. It's a very tough fight, unless you do this. Come here. Come here. No, over here. Yeah. Gonna bait him over here, and then either you can kick him, or he can, if he kicks you, he kinda, there you go. If he punches your kick as you, he gets distracted and falls down. It's not really hard. More punching in this early on. So yeah, with level 4, I unlocked the hair pool. Where? Come on. Yeah, since the game only renders 2 enemies at a time, I know that whenever one enemy dies, another enemy can only show up after one of the current ones dies. So it makes it easy to anticipate when another one is going to come. There you go. And 5 hearts, I believe, is the back punch, the back elbow move. Ah, what? Haha, my dynamite now. Okay, give it back. It's mine. Okay, here you go. Yeah. Ah. I'm Batman. Now, I could climb down here, but it's much cooler to just do this. Hiya! Parkour. I like doing this. If I go up and down, I can keep him in the same position and make him get killed by his own dynamite. Come on, look. Throw. And there we go. Very funny. A kick, so she drops as the... There's the hair pool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lindas are very weak. They get defeated by a single throw. The chin ties. They need multiple throws to get defeated. So, hello. Really want to do this? Okay. Goodbye. Ah, look at him go. Let's wait a little bit because there's another one coming down. Yeah, this headbutt, if I press twice in the same direction, but it's not a very good move. It's very low range, and not a lot of damage, so not worth it to ever do. Okay. Let's see. I can either defeat the boss. I can do the hair pull and throw him off the building. Or I can just step away from the fight. Yeah, I don't want to fight you. Goodbye. There we go. I beat level 2 just by going down the stairs. Okay, mission 3. Come on, throw your knife so I can dodge it. Better to bait them into throwing their knives early on, so otherwise they might throw it at a point when you can't dodge. Okay, now I'm done punching. I can kick. There we go. Ah. Throw your knife. There we go. Knives are very dangerous in this. And if you remember, there are 2 Abobos at the end of this level, so. If I lose too much hit points, too many hit points because of knives or because of these guys, only makes the final area, the final battle, much harder. Throw. Maybe one more throw. 1, 2, 3, throw. Yeah, I think it's better to do these kicks while going up, because not always the kick will turn into a hair pull. So if the kick misses and it doesn't become a hair pull, if you're pressing up, you can instantly get out of the way. So it makes it easier to avoid like a counter attack. Yeah, once I do the hair pull, I can either throw them right away or do a couple kicks before throwing. And I throw by pressing A and on the other move in the other direction and pressing A. Oh yeah. Come here. I want to throw you in the water for that. Bait him, come on. Get over here. Get over there. Come on. Don't do that. Come on, over here. There you go. Okay, now these roper guys, and yeah, like I said earlier, these aren't... Individually, they aren't that strong, but because there are like 4 or 5 of them, they can get tricky to survive. I mean, you can survive them, but if you're not careful, you lose too much life, and then the Abobo fight is only much harder. There you go. But yeah, I think the first time I played this level, I kept going right, so I didn't know that you had to go into these holes in the walls that they made. So if you do that, the level just keeps repeating indefinitely. Hiya. Okay. Yeah, can't let them get too close. So if I see them getting a little too close, I go a little farther away. Okay. Okay, time to avoid the stalactites again. They can easily kill you because they can, like, stun you and then drop a bunch of them on top of you again. If you're not careful. Come on. Okay. And once you reach this area, they actually disappear in midair, so you're safe. Okay. Not going to make the same mistake twice. No. Last time I fell down this hole, lost a life, and that's why I lost the game later on. Yeah, platforming in this game is very tricky, considering the jump button is actually to press both buttons, like, and not even one at the same time. Like, you press one and then the other, hold one and then press the other a little bit later to make this kick. And you can either jump straight up or jump in this arc. So it's not like you can control your jump like in Mario or something. And here's another level where you can keep going, but if the level repeats, but you have to go inside here. Okay, bait him into throwing the dynamite early, so you're not trapped. Oh. Okay. They don't have the dynamite, but as soon as I defeat one, another will spawn and he will have the dynamite. Come on. Oh no. Okay, stay there. Okay. Get out of the edge, so just in case another one shows up with the dynamite. I don't want him to show up and instantly throw it at me. Okay. Okay, this part's easy. You just keep pressing forward and kind of throw yourself. But it's important to just drop and not jump in this area. Funny face when he falls. Oh no. Ow. Also, better to jump a little bit before the ledge there, because it takes like a half second to do the jump. If you jump right at the ledge, it can be too late and you fall in. It's the Hulk. Oh dear. And yeah, it's better to, like in Mission 3, It's better to not lose a lot of health points in those Williams with the dynamites, because otherwise you won't have enough health for this guy, because he can easily take a lot out of you if you're not careful. Yeah, I think canonically they're called Frankenabobos, like they made experiments with these guys. Yeah, once again you can continue, but you have to go in, and I hate the blinking walls in this game, in this level. Yeah. Oh yeah. Just drop down here and get rid of the Lindas. Just come one after the other. Yeah, this part's easy. You like every time you transition to a new area, you get all your health points back, so you get a lot of hit points for relatively weak enemies. So this part's as long as you know where to drop, because it can get tricky to go down the right way. First time I didn't even know these were climbable. I was kind of wondering, well, how do I go down here? Okay, here comes the troll part again. See if I can survive. Okay, if the second one from the bottom to the top, if the second one goes down, I won't go, because I think I know that pattern by now. Yeah, in the bottom. I think in the third one. Okay, no. I try to wait until a good. Okay, and jump here, just in case this last one goes out. Okay, no. Okay. Okay, there's a pattern where it is the second one and then the bottom one, and that if that happens, yeah, see? Okay, let's see. Okay. Nope. Oh no, come on. And that made it a lot harder now. I survived, but now I have to survive this. With so little health. Yeah, it's better to get that beyond that point without losing any hit points. Okay, now I'm betting I'll lose a life here, but yeah, it's okay to lose one life. As long as I don't lose two, I'm okay. There you go. And I also don't have to go through that again. But yeah, these guys are tricky, so... Oof. Narrowly escaped that knife. Oh, come on. Oh, don't throw me down. Okay, another one of the knife. You stay there. Okay. I think yeah. There's no chance of two guys with a knife spawning. So. Okay. Oh, yeah. Throw your knife away. Okay. Okay. Survive that with plenty of health. If I... Hello, Bobo. Goodbye, Bobo. Don't have to fight you. Oh yeah, surviving that with plenty of health is good, because then I have a lot of health for this part, because... Once again, these guys aren't that tough, but there are a lot of them. So they can just whittle down your health. One point at a time. I'm not giving him space to drop down to my level. There was one time when I was fighting these guys, and one of them did a jumping kick right into the abyss. It's very funny. It's very rare for that to happen, but when it does happen, okay, only you left. There you go. Okay. This part again. I kick you. What? Yeah, this is another easy part, as long as you don't fall in the water, because you have plenty of health and only a couple enemies. Ow. As long as you don't fall in the water. Get away from me. Once again, it's better to jump a little before the ledge, so you don't fall. There you go. Oh no! Fell in the water. Okay, I might as well reset. This is almost very much hard now. Much harder now. But since I'm so close to the end, I might as well keep going. I have very little faith that I'll be able to do it now. But yeah, this part is the only tricky part. One of the tricky parts is doing these jumps correctly. So you have, let's see, the troll parts. There's the stalactites. There's those. Okay. There's the pushing blocks. There's these jumps, and then there's the fights before the abobos. If you lose too much health, the abobos become very difficult. So in order to win, and there's the final boss himself. He's also very tough. The Machine Gun Willie. Jimmy Lee not quite as tough if you have full health, but Machine Gun Willie very tough if you don't have a lot of health after going through the entire gauntlet. So yeah, the real challenge of this game is like surviving all the individual troll parts in a single run, which I did not do this time. I've got very close. I almost did it on first try though. I got very close back there. Okay, let's see if I can at least reach the gauntlet part, that room, without taking a lot of damage. Can't go down too much or I'll fall in the spikes, so I'm trying to keep up here. But yeah, very likely that I'll need at least one more attempt. Okay, here comes the Abobos, then the Chintais, then the Lindas, then the Ropers, and then the final boss. Come on. Yeah, come slowly. Oh no. So yeah, I can use, like I said, I can use the jump kick to get on the other side of them, so... Oh no. Yeah, I lost a lot of health there, which is just going to make the Machine Gun Willie fights that much harder. Oh dear. Come on. I mean, it is possible to... Whoops. It is possible to defeat Abobos without losing any health, but very hard. Gotta be careful with this knife because it bounces off the wall and it can hit you on the way after the wall bounce. Oh no. Yeah, these guys are also tough. Come on. There's a little trick to them because if you like stand right where they are, they can't actually hit you. Okay. Their hit points is kinda after their hit points is like after their body, so if you stay exactly where they are, they can't hit you, but they kind of move around so fast that it's very hard to do that, but it is a trick to not get hit. But there are no extra lives in this game. No, so like I said, the real trick of this game is to reach the final boss without losing any lives, or at least losing only one life. So yeah, no way I'm going to beat this. One hit point for both final bosses? No way. Yeah, I think yeah, if I had 2 extra lives, I would have another shot at this. If I die here, I have to do the entire gauntlet again. But if I die after him, then I don't have to fight him again. I just have to fight Jimmy Lee. So it's like a way to... You can preserve an extra life for this occasion. Okay, one more. One more try. Yeah, usually when I practice, I'll do three runs just to see. I wonder what Grigger means. It says on top. So yeah, on the original arcade version, this garage is actually where Billy Lee, the protagonist, lives, and I think he was maybe working on his car or something, or his car. In the arcade version, this gate opens up and he steps out, and you can see his car, big red car. But in the NES limited technology, they just dropped him outside. This kind of looks like a hitchhiking thumb. Like, hey, can you pick me up? Yeah, the reason the screen kind of freezes, like that you can't go forward before you defeat all the enemies, is because of technological limitations. Because if you, I mean, the intention of the whoops. Yeah, if I don't have the jump kick unlocked, I just do a regular jump. Come on, drop your whip. There you go. The intention of the designer was to like make the game as a single scrollable level, but if you did this and you just ignored the enemies and whoops, if you did this and you just ignored the enemies would just keep going after you. And you'd get this line of enemies, the accumulating line of enemies following you through the entire game. So he kind of had to make sure you defeated the previous enemies before you advanced, just to prevent this from happening. So you didn't have this game state where you have a bunch of enemies on screen at the same time. It would not be possible to do it with technology back then. So this very common format of beat 'em up, of stopping the screen so you can defeat the current enemies, all because of technological limitation. Not be able to. Okay, this one was really bad. Oh, okay. That's a reset, and that's why you do a lot of punchings on the first level rather than the later ones, because much easier to restart if you by chance do badly on the first try, on the first level. And it's not like the game like scales up or anything, so you get the same amount of points from these guys as from the later ones, so might as well grind your levels early on, so you have more abilities unlocked. At least the music is nice, even if you, yeah, I think having a nice soundtrack makes it much easier to go through a game multiple times. You can get like a little entertainment. Yeah, I'm not gonna pick up the whip right now because, like with the kicking, get fewer points. I don't pick up the whip unless necessary. Or this. Come on, throw it. Yeah, if I throw the drum at him, I think I won't get any points. Okay, let me get out of here. Oh yeah. Okay, let me get out of here. Come on, throw it so I can dodge. Like I said, better to bait them into throwing whatever item they're holding while you can dodge than to. And I think the weapons and stuff disappear because you can only have one weapon on screen at the same time. So the barrel needed to disappear so Linda could bring her whip. And if the whip is on the ground, then another Linda with another whip won't spawn. You can't, like I said, you can't have two weapons out No. Yeah, I'll leave it up. If it goes off screen, okay, now it despawned and now another Linda will show up with a whip. If I had picked up that whip, she would not, this one would not have a whip. I find it interesting when you know how the game works like this, you can anticipate and exploit certain things. So it pays to do your homework. Okay, doing much better this time. Just gotta be careful at the troll parts so I don't lose, whoops, don't lose any lives unnecessarily. Yeah, that falling down that water, in that water was terrible. Falling, I mean, it's very, very typical of these challenge runs where you die in the very places that were the easiest to go through the first time around. Mission 2 also. Yeah, the game really gets harder from mission 3. The ending of mission 3 onward. That's when the difficulty really picks up. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, even although it's kind of fun to throw enemies in the water and get them blown up by their own dynamite and stuff, it's kind of counterintuitive for your goal to leveling up, because if they die too quickly, then you don't get quite as many points. Okay, got the hair pool with... Oh, I already had the hair pool, so... Okay. I think I got the... Yeah, level 5 is the back... This... No? Oh, no. No, I think level 5 is... If he gets dropped, I can... If he gets thrown into the ground, I can... punch him while he's down, I think. So yeah, I need at least... what, 6 hearts before the 2 abobos at the end of level 3. No. Yeah. That's the minimum amount. So if I can at least level up as... Oops. Okay. Sneaky, huh? If I can at least get that many experience points, then I don't have to worry about getting the optimal amount. I can do more fun kills, like dropping them down a cliff. Yeah, this part's just wait for the right moment. And if you have enough hit points, you can try and beat Chintai at the top, or you can avoid the fight, but depending on if you feel like fighting or if you have enough hit points to risk it. You know what? I'm just gonna go up, meet her halfway. Okay. Okay. And of course, when they disappear, the whip disappears from my hand. Kind of sucks that you can't keep a weapon. Okay, this time I'm not going to run away from the fight. Come on, come here. Go away. I told you I wasn't going to run away, so that didn't mean I was going to cheat a little bit as well again. Okay. Throw your knife. Whoops. Nope. Yeah, on what? Almost got me. Was not ready for that knife. So let me step away from the edge of the screen, because that's when they spawn, and they can, if they spawn with a knife, they can just throw it right instantly, and I won't have time to dodge. It's the little details like that that you kind of have to be wary in order to not lose a lot of health. But yeah, once you do a lot of practice run like that, it becomes kind of like second nature. Makes it much easier to remember exactly when the enemies come, and once you die due to one thing, you kind of, okay, I'll learn not to do that again. So yeah, there were a couple times where I died because I stayed too close to the edge, and Williams with a knife showed up and threw it right at me right away. So, I mean, I didn't die, but I lost a lot of health and then made the Abobo fights harder. And so, kind of live and learn, or die and learn. Like that. Okay. Hey, they gave me a thumbs up. That means they liked my fighting. Go away. Okay, this one also, I got hit by this knife a lot, so now I know to jump and then go up right away. So I kind of bait him into throwing the knife and not get me, because if I got hit by the knife so close to the water like that, I'll not only lose a lot of health points, but I could possibly get knocked back and into the water and lose an entire life. So very tricky. Oh. Ah, come on. Let me get my back. Oh. Just for one last move. Very, very brutal move when you think about it. Grabbing someone by their hair, and kneeing them in the face, and then throwing them over your back. Very, very violent, but since it's very low pixels, low resolution, you don't really see it. But yeah. Okay, yeah, since I leveled up enough to unlock this, it makes it much easier. Before I had this, I knew about this ability. I'll just do this. I'll just keep doing flying kicks at them, and sometimes they'll duck and get away. But if they duck, I'll just go down right away, because by the time they got up and did like a move, I'll already be out of the way. The problem is that this move not only is very easy for them to dodge, it doesn't do a lot of damage, so it takes a lot of time, and like as you can see below, there is a time limit, so much better to use the back elbow. Like this. Ah. And if you have enough health, it doesn't matter if they hit you as well. You can afford to lose a few hit points. Whoops, not too many though. Come on. Come on, get close. There you go. Okay. See, if I had lost 4 more health points from the previous enemies, I would have died there. Oh no. Okay, first troll part. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Look at that. Look at all those. Okay, getting hit by 2 is okay. Not that bad. The problem is getting hit by like 3. If you get hit by 4, you're dead. If you get hit by 3, you have very little health, so it makes this fight harder, but still possible. Getting hit by 2, not as bad. Okay, I think I can still beat these guys with the amount of health that I have. But yeah, they can be tricky. They have a lot of range on their moves, so yeah, they can easily kick me before I kick them. Oh dear. Yeah, there you go. Phew. Two hit points to spare. Okay. Same as in Mission 3, I can't lose too much health from these guys, so I have enough health for the Bobo fight later on. Ah, stop it with the dynamite. Come here. There you go. Okay, that went well. Okay, try not to fall in here. Ah. It's very scary when you land right at the edge. It makes you tempted. It tempts you into jumping closer to the edge, but that's where you can fail. Oh no! If you jump too close to the edge, you'll just die and lose a life right away. So it's important to resist the temptation to jump a little. Jump a little closer to the edge just so you don't land so close to the other edge. Oh. There you go. Okay, that was easy. And I just jinxed myself by saying that, didn't I? Yeah. I'll just go down here. I don't have to fight them upstairs. They despawn once I go down anyway. I forget the amount of Lindas that I have to defeat here, but yeah, there's a set amount there. The counter, like once you defeat like 8 maybe, the door opens. There you go. I made less than 8, maybe just 6. No boss in mission 3. And here comes the troll part again. Let's see if I survive. Okay. Nope. Nope. Come on. Okay, still. Ah, come on, really? Really? And that's why I call this the troll part. Okay. Nope. Okay, ah, come on, really? I jumped to escape the bottom one and the top one got me? Yeah, this is the part that ruined most of my runs. If losing, I can lose 1 life and then right away lose a 2nd life, like this. Yeah, see? Okay, yeah, dying a 2nd time here, might as well reset again, because yeah, that was horrible. Oh no. Yeah, see? Here's an example of a time where I was not able to dodge the knife. Like I said, it's better to bait them into throwing the knife early. Yeah, reset. Do I do one more? One more attempt? I mean, I did so well the other times. I got so close that it's very tempting to just do one more. So let's do it. But yeah, even though I have beaten this game once, there's no guarantee that I'll be able to do it again. Since maybe it might have just been pure luck that everything worked out so well. Right? I mean, you have, like I said, you have to get lucky with the stalagmites. You have to, or stalactites. You have to get lucky with the push blocks. Lots of luck involved into. I mean, lucky if you're not skilled enough. If you're skilled enough, if you're like a speed runner, you can just do it right away. But I'm not that skilled. I'm just barely skilled enough to beat the game, but not skilled enough to beat it every time. Which I guess it makes this stream a little more exciting, because the uncertainty makes it a little more fun, maybe. Okay. But it is a bummer that I got so close. I mean, first time, if I had gotten like one more throw of the final boss on my first run, I think I would have been able to beat it because I still had one life left, and I could have gotten rid of Jimmy Lee with an extra life. Oh, why am I kicking? So yeah, I got, even though I haven't, this is my what, 4th run? Haven't beaten it yet. I got very close. So some people get discouraged when they try get so close and fail, but for me it's the opposite. Since I got so close so often, that means it's only a matter of time until I get close enough to win. You see, the whip was still on the ground, so the next Linda's, she didn't have a whip when she walked in. She picked up the one that was on the ground. Yeah, like when I played Cuphead early on, and I noticed that in some streamers would get angry when the Cuphead would show how close they got to the end. But for me it was the opposite. It just showed how good I was at the levels. I mean, if I was able to get so close to the end, that means I was getting better at the game. Go away. Got no patience for you. Okay, throw your box so I'm not caught off guard. Okay. Yes, plenty of getting plenty of points already. Yeah, very likely that I'll have the right amount of hearts by the time we get to the end of level 3. So, well, not the end of level 3, the Abobo fights on level 3. The first Abobo fights are only the middle part. The Hulk or the Franken Abobos, those are, well, closer to the end, but not quite. Whoops, quite the end. Get blown up. And, and hiya! Parkour. Maybe in the whoa. Oh dear. Okay, come on. Throw the dynamites. Get blown up. Ah. Okay. Oh. Right away I got the heart that lets me do this. Get down, punch them in the ground on the ground. Okay. Bait into throwing the dynamite. Come on, throw it. Throw it. Oh, there. Ah, don't pick it up again. Okay. Yeah, if I get one more heart, I'll have the back elbow move. So very likely that I'll get it by the time I reach the Abobos. Yeah, I think the biggest like choke points in this game, or the points that really makes it much very likely to get a game over, are the beginning of level mission 4 and the final boss, because he can do so much damage so quickly, and you have to face him after facing so many enemies that it's very likely that you have very little health by the time you face him. So those are the two most, I think, the two hardest parts of this game. The entire beginning of level 4. I mean, the pistons, which can either kill you or get you very low health, and then the chin ties right after, which can also either kill you or get you low health. And if you're too low health from the pistons and from the chin ties, you can die from the ropers later on. So That's what I mean by a lot of little things that will take your life away little by little, and even if you can survive each one individually, in order to beat the game, you have to survive like all three in sequence. Okay, and that's what makes it so hard. Not winning a fight or doing well on a fight, but doing well on multiple fights one after the other, just like the final area, where you have to beat a bunch of enemies one after the other without taking much damage. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. And maybe if I lose this run, then what I can do, if you want if you guys really want to see the ending of the game, is that I can use save states at the end. I was trying, since this is a challenge stream, I was trying to beat the game without using any save states. But yeah, if this was going to be my final run and I lose, I can do another final run where I use save states just to get to the end and show you guys what it looks like, what the end screen looks like. Yeah. Okay. Get ready for this guy, so away. Now get ready for the knife guy after this, after the bridge. Ah. Come on, throw your knife. There you go. It's very dangerous to be against with your back to the river and be against a guy with a knife. Very scary, so it's better to just get out of there as soon as possible, or get him to throw his knife as soon as possible. So, yeah. Really? What is this, a dance move or something? Or... It's not a musical. Very annoying when they do the flying kick. When I do a flying kick, it's cool, but when they do it, yep, very annoying. I think it's because they can duck my flying kick, but I can't duck theirs. Look at that. So it's kind of unfair. But they can, yeah, I can do this hair pull move and they can't do the hair pull move on me, so I guess it makes a little bit more fair. Whoa. Come on, really? So yeah, look at how little health I have because of the Chintais and these guys and the Williams. It's all, like I said, each fight not that hard. Surviving all of the fights one after the other, that's hard. Without losing hit points. Yeah. Come on. Ah. In the B mode, the fighting game mode, this game is kind of funny that the other characters have more detailed sprites, but Abobo looks exactly the same as he does here. Because he was already too big, maybe? So he couldn't get any bigger? Ah. Okay, okay. Threading the needle here, okay. And to think I did this jump so many times, and the final part is when I... Ah, and when I do it on stream, and that's... What? Come on, really? Oh. That's when I fall, like I was saying. Okay, at least I didn't die this time, so... The level will repeat, so I will have another shot at that. Go away. But it just makes it a little hard because now I have more fights to avoid taking a lot of damage in. And once again, dodge the stalactites. Weird that the level repeats, even though I'm below. I fell down. I'm at a lower level. Whoops. Oh no. I'm going back to exactly where I was. What the? Come on, let me through. Here we go. Okay. What I tell you about being right at the edge? There you go. Yeah, because I think it's because since I press forward in order to jump forward, I have to press forward a little bit. So the half second that it takes, the one step that I take before I jump, that's enough for me to fall down a cliff. So if I am standing on the ledge before I do this forward jump, that just means I'll fall for certain. Again, yeah, one more thing to keep in mind when playing this game is whenever I jump, even if I'm doing a jumping while standing, not be too close to the ledge. Okay. Survive that. And now this guy is again the dynamite. Oh, come on. Come on, throw your dynamite. No. Throw your dynamite. Let me pick it up. And throw it back at you. There you go. Whoops. Okay, get out of here. Throw it. Let me pick it up. Throw it back at you. Whoop. Stop that. So annoying. Can't stay at the ledge. At the edge of the screen, or one of the guys with the dynamite might spawn. Okay, this part didn't go so well. Can't lose too much health here, or I won't have enough left for the two Hulks. I hate the blinking lights. Yeah, escaping from those rocks is fairly easy. You just keep pressing forward. Oof. Okay, don't. Whoa. Oh, come on, really? Really? One hit point for the two Hulks. Okay. And there it is. You got too close and I couldn't go any further away from him, so... Okay, lost one life, but it's still possible to beat the game by losing one life. As long as I don't lose another life on the troll part, which... Yeah, I kind of didn't want to lose a life so early, just so I had one life to spare at the beginning of level 4. But yeah, life doesn't always go your way, so let's deal with what we have. Maybe I will come back to this game at some point and do another challenge stream, or give it another attempt. Or do I just consider this one a failure and then move on to another game? This is the risky part of these challenge streams, that since I don't know how many attempts it would take to beat a certain game, I worry that it would get boring. Okay, let's see. No, really? Okay. And dead. See how sometimes you get a good run and just randomly you go and don't lose any health. Why couldn't this had happened earlier? You stay there with your knife. I'm just going to keep going. Oh, almost fell. It became almost routine that I would do a couple runs of this game. After, if I failed like 3 or 4 times, then okay, I'll drop it for today and try again some other time. Because yeah, doing the same thing over and over gets kind of boring, even for me to do. Maybe boring for you to watch. So I'm not going to attempt too many more attempts. Attempt, yeah. But yeah, having an extra life would have really increased my chances of beating the game. I mean, it's still possible. I got really close that one time. If I got to Jimmy Lee with like half my health left or something, but he ended up beating me. So if I had a little bit more luck and was able to either defeat Machine Gun Willie. Okay. Really? Come on. That was terrible. I don't want to go like that with my final run, because that's pathetic. I want to do another. What do you guys think? Should I try again? One more time? Or should I use save states just so I can reach the end? So if I do something as bad as that, I can go back. Yeah, that's the event. That's the good thing about playing this on the Switch with the rewind function, is you do something so stupid like that, you can go back. Okay, let's see how long I have been streaming. It's almost 2 hours. I think yeah. My streams are usually 3 hours long, so might as well go the whole amount, if that increases the chances that I'll beat this game on camera. Maybe if you are watching on the VOD, you can just skip ahead to the end. You see, this guy took 3 hours to beat Double Dragon, but a playthrough takes like half an hour. You can just skip to the final playthrough where I do beat the game. Yeah, there are a lot of things that have to go just right, and so annoying when one of the many things that had to go right doesn't go right, and or actually multiple things have to not go right for you to beat the game, for you to lose at the game. Because even if you lose like too much health on one of the enemies, you can still defeat the Abobos with enough health points, if you're lucky enough not to take any damage. So yeah, it's not like a single mistake will cost you the entire game, but there are so many areas where you can make a simple mistake that it's very easy to make more than one simple mistake. But at least I did beat this game at one point, so it is possible to beat it. As long as you don't make any mistakes. And only make one mistake. If you make one mistake where you cost you only one life, then yeah, it is still possible to beat the game. But too many mistakes, and yeah, you're doomed. Let's do a mistake counter. Let's see how many I do on this final run. 2 hit points. I'll use the whip now. I have other challenge games. I have a big list of other games where I'll do the challenge stream like this one. They're all just as hard, and all of them are also games that I only beat once and only once. So they're still, even if I have beaten them, they will still be challenging, like OG Castlevania and Ninja Gaiden and Ikaruga. All of these are games that I've only beaten once, and I don't know if I can beat again on stream. That was the gamble, I guess. I would give it a shot, see if it worked out in my favor. Haha. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. In this game is not quite as hard to reach the final boss or reach the final area. It's just very hard to survive the final area than the final boss, especially if you only have one life. What? And unfortunately, I won't know if a run is promising until I actually beat the final boss. I mean, even if I get to Machine Gun Willie with 2 lives to spare, that's still not a guarantee that I'll be able to beat him and all the enemies that come before him with those 2 lives. But if I do beat him with 1 life extra, then yeah, it's almost, I think I can safely say that I can defeat Jimmy Lee with a full health. I wasn't able to do it last time because I didn't have full health because I only had 1 life left. But yeah, it's still likely that I won't if that happens, but very much likely that I will be able to beat the game if only those conditions are met. I can reach the final area with 2 lives, if I can defeat Machine Gun Willie with at least without taking much damage, or even if I do take much damage, if I can defeat him without losing another more than 2 lives, then yeah. Like I said, I won't know until that happens. So even this run can all go south at any point. Just gotta be a little patient, and I can actually defeat them with 2. Whoa! How dare you! I can defeat them like with 2 whips. 1 whip to knock them down the stairs, and another whip to right as they're getting up to knock them down the ledge. Okay, I'm not going to risk fighting Ching Tai with only 2 hit points, so this time I'm running away. Goodbye. Yeah, like I said before, this music sounds very much like a Mega Man music. It would feel quite at home in one of the Mega Man games. Not this next one though. Next one it gets a little repetitive. But yeah, that one was nice. And the level 1 too, and the final level 1 as well. Throw your knife. Another knife? Yeah. his knife despawned when he threw. We didn't see it. Okay. And now the Chintais. And then the guy on the bridge. And then the guy on the other side of the bridge with a knife. And the Williams, and then the Ropers, and then the Abobos. So, like I said, after a while you know exactly which enemies will come. And there are three Chintais here, so... And okay. Yeah. I also want to make sure I beat him in at least in this other one, so I don't run the risk of like having a connection issue or something right at the end. It would be horrible. My streams sometimes connection not as stable as I'd like them to be. So the sooner I beat this game, the better. And go up. Now, there we go. Go away. Oh yeah. Really like this bat. It actually has a lot of range. I mean, you kind of don't expect it to connect, but very tip. Look at that. See, the very tip was able to connect and knock him down. You don't have to use it that up close. Yeah. Yeah, these guys, you can tell these guys are much weaker than the Chintais because they die with a single head pull, hair throw. Yeah. But they have advantage in numbers. Okay, come on. Yeah, if I do it at exactly the right time, I can hit a Bobo before he hits me. But it's very tricky to gauge that distance. So I just keep doing it over and over until he's close enough. There you go. Oop, but sometimes he gets a little too close and I'm not fast enough. There you go. Ha! Nope. Or sometimes he dodges. Ah, okay. Here comes the stalactites again. First troll part. What? I played a little bit of Double Dragon 2 on the NES Classic, and I think compared to this one, that one seemed a lot easier. Not really sure about if the later levels are as easy, but the beginning parts that I played seemed very, very easy compared to this game. Didn't have to like take so many little things into account, like how to level up or every little bit where you can die. Okay. Every little area that can either kill you instantly or take a lot of health away. Okay, come in. Oh yeah. Phew. Okay, that went well. Ah, really? Haha. Get rid of you so I can get the dynamite. What? Ah! Yeah, you stay there. There. Get blown up. Bait him into throwing. What? Almost. Ah, come on. Yeah. Yeah, you can get a little closer to him so he'll throw and then go away. Like I said, bait him into throwing the dynamite, because as soon as he doesn't have that, the better, because then he stops being such a threat. More stalactites. Yeah, this is very short area, but getting hit there can really hurt your chances of surviving the Abobo fights. Okay, I'm feeling good about this one. This time I have a lot of health here. Didn't survive. Didn't come on. Didn't fall victim to the stalactites and the dynamites. So now I have to worry about the pistons, the biggest troll part. The beginning of Area 4. That's... Well, there are others. I mean, even if I survive the pistons, there's still a chance that the Chintais will get me, and one of their knives will get me, or they'll throw me down a cliff or something. So yeah, there's still not safe, but at least I still have one life to spare. I mean, having 2 extra lives makes my chances much better at surviving these trollish encounters. Okay, let's give it another shot. I kinda want to observe the patterns of the pistons. See if I can detect any pattern and maybe go... No, okay. Okay, I think if I go away and then approach, it will randomly select another pattern. Nope. Come on. Okay. Okay, yeah, see? Top and then bottom. Okay. Nope. There are some patterns where the top one will activate and then... No, go away. Okay. Oh, come on, really? I thought, as soon as I thought I was done... Ah. And that's why I call this the troll part. Already cost me 1 life and practically cost me a second one. And already dead, so yeah. No chance now. It's doing so well, but the troll part got me. You can't get on these guys when they're down. Okay, let me see how do I do save states again. Yes, this is save state. This is load state. Okay. Final run. This time with save states, just so I show the end of the game. I mean, maybe I'll be able to get to the end without loading a save state. That still counts, I guess, as a good challenge. Just like with my Solar Striker run, where I kept using save states, but I didn't need to load them at any point, so that still counts as a full playthrough without save states. So yeah, I'm going to use a save state after every level, and if I do like a big mistake that costs me the entire run, I'll just load a save state. That way this is the last time you'll see these first levels. Gotta do a cutoff point at some point. So or I'll be here all day. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do other challenge streams. If I can't do this one, maybe I'll do other challenge streams, and if I'm successful at those, and then I'll like way later I'll do a redemption stream and come back to this one. But yeah, I don't want to do 2 streams of this like in a row. What? Hey, why wasn't I able to go up there? Okay, this is not starting very good, but it's okay. Yeah, not liking these odds. Not liking how I'm doing right now. Okay, at least I got 3 hearts, so let's just get rid of get rid of this Linda. Come on, let me get your whip. Okay. Even though I don't have any hit points, I'm pretty safe. The whip has a lot of range, and they won't spawn with another whip. So I have the only whip on the screen, so and as long as I hit them at the right time, I'm safe. It felt nice to have been able to finally beat this game, because I like I said in the beginning of the stream, I used to play this a lot as a kid, and I never got very far, so this seemed like one of those really daunting, impossible to beat games, since they seemed so hard. So having conquered it at least one time, it showed that it wasn't quite as hard or as impossible to beat as I thought. So kind of does well for my not just for my ego, but kind of my perception of other games. Maybe there are other games that seem impossible to beat, but aren't quite as impossible if you like learn the game, basically. If you know all the tactics of how to the optimal way to play, and then watch all the tricks that speedrunners use to get past certain levels or something, and then practice daily until you can repeat those tricks. Yes, even these retro games, that Nintendo hard games, still not impossible to beat if you're patient enough to do your homework and put in the work of practicing. Kind of like doing your dailies in a mobile game or something. You know, oh, let me do a couple runs of Double Dragon today. Oh, didn't get it this time. Okay, tomorrow I'll do a couple more runs. If you keep doing this, eventually there will come that one run where everything will work out, and you will get lucky enough, and you'll be able to beat it. Just a matter of time. Aha. What? What? Okay. Get blown up. Oh, rude. Yeah, sometimes you don't do quite as well with the punching, and you end up with very low life, but even so, even if you end up with very little health, this level's not quite as hard, because the bat makes it a little easier, and since you don't have to actually fight the final boss, and you can just use Linda's whips at the end, I'm not worried. Okay. Get blown up. Boom. Okay, let me get my kick ready so I can... What? And get the whip. Okay. And now I'm safe again. Yeah, very, very unlikely for me to... At this point, it's very unlikely for me to lose a life on the first or second missions. Third one, there's still a possibility to lose a life if you fall to the stalactites, or you take too much damage and don't have enough to survive the Abobo fights. And the fourth is very likely, thanks to the pistons. So yeah. Oh yeah, I've got to remember to use the save states, like I said. No point in saying that I'm going to do it and not do it. Let me do this right away, let me see. F5, yeah. Just in case I forget, I don't have to repeat a lot. Let's see. Hopefully, I won't have to load any save states, and then it will still count as a win. But I just want this to be the final run, regardless of how well I do. if only there was a way to like dodge the jump kicks if I pressed the button quick enough or something. Yeah, there's no like anticipation. There's no wind up to the jump kick, so nowhere. Whoa, I dodged, escaped the knife there. Thankfully, he threw right close to the edge, and the knife despawned. Okay. And these guys, yeah. Yeah, I think my biggest gripe of this game is just the randomness of it all. Like, sometimes you even if you know what to do, sometimes you just be able to do it. Sometimes you won't. There's no like guaranteed way to do damage to them without them doing damage to you. At least doesn't seem like it. I'm sure very skilled players can like get through the game with no hit, taking no damage, but see, like, yeah, that sometimes I'll hit them, and sometimes I'll do a head grab, hair pull. Sometimes they'll hit me. Sometimes I'll just kick and then nothing happens. Okay. Save state. And go away. Go up and go down. Escape the knife. Yeah, 6. I got enough for the elbow throw. I don't have to worry about leveling up anymore. It is, however, very frustrating when, I mean, like I said, there are so many areas where a simple mistake will cost you an entire life, and then you reach the final point with both lives to spare. Like, you somehow got through all these troll areas without losing a life, only to then lose all the lives to the final boss. That I can understand getting very angry at when everything seemed to have worked out so far, but then at the very last minute it all goes south, and you mess up. Yeah, keep coming slowly like this. Makes it very much easier to hit you. Okay. F5. Hit the save state. Yeah, if I make one mistake, I won't reload right away. If it has to be a series of mistakes enough for me to like lose 2 lives. Throw. 1, 2, 3, and throw. Throw. So I think, yeah, 2 throws with 4 kicks is enough to defeat those guys, but come on. Yeah, get blown up. Bait them very quickly so they throw their dynamite and then go back and get it quickly before they can get it again. Then a lot of series of steps to defeat those dynamite guys. Back and forth and a lot of time. Okay. That went well. Okay, no troll stalactites? Yeah, okay. Oh, that was nice. I think I almost all my health points this part. That's what I like seeing. Whoop. Yeah, but these guys can still be tough. They can easily take out, if they can like pin you down, or can easily take out a bunch of hit points. Okay. Oh, too close. There you go, see? That's how you can get pinned down. Reuse the level 1 music here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many lindos does it take to open a door? 5, 6. Yeah, 6. Okay, here comes the troll part. Let's save state here and see how well I do. This is the deciding moment to see if I'll be able to. Nope. See if I'll be able to survive, or will I have to load it? Nope. Ah. Nope. Okay, I won't load yet. Like I said, I can afford 2 mistakes. Okay. Got through that, but there's still more areas where I can die, so let's see. Okay, throw your knife already. I'm very, very worried about that knife. Come on. Max level. Ah. There's always a chance another one will spawn with a knife, so I'm still worried. Especially if I'm so close to the door there, they can spawn and throw their knife like right away. Okay. Any better? Yeah, maybe I won't save state from now on until I do another horrible mistake. So, yeah, if I fail this run, if I lose one more life, then I'll load and do this part again. Okay, throw the guys out. Ah. Can't stay too close to the ledge, so there's always a chance they're going to do this flying kick and throw me back. Yeah, you stay over there. I'll handle you later after I'm done with your friends here. Yeah, max level I do this jumping roundhouse kick. I think I knock them down right away. Okay, as long as I don't fall into the water, we should be fine. Okay. Okay. Come on, go up. Missed the elevator. Let me stay over here, so. Yeah, I'm not worried about this guy. Come on, stop that. You made me miss my elevator again. You know what? Grumble, grumble, mumble, grumble. Okay, I'm very scared here that I'll miss the elevator. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave. Go away. Okay, I think I'm safer here. This is not... I mean, even if I miss this one, I just land on that platform, so... This not nearly as dangerous as that bottom one. I missed that elevator, drop in the water and lose a life. Okay. Time to not get hit. Oh, what'd I say? At least there's nice music for the final level. Using the title music, kind of very, very anime. Using the main theme for the climax. Okay. Yeah, I said I wouldn't use save states, but kind of tempted to now. I mean, save state right here, since I'm doing so well. Okay. Use the jump kick to not get pinned by two Abobos, one on each side. Come on. Come on, get hit. I have a time limit. I can't stay here all day. Okay. One is much easier to deal with. Okay. Throw your knife so I can pick it up. Throw it at you. Haha. Ooh, I get through again. Nice. Okay. Go away. Okay, looking promising. I'm not taking a lot of damage from these guys. These are the most... The Bobos and the Chintais here are the ones that are most likely to take a lot of health out of me. Lindas are fairly easy. What? If I'm not careful. And now the Ropers. Whoa, he almost hit me with a flying kick. Okay, looking good. If I can get one kick out of you. Yeah, there you go. Aha! Enough. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay, come on. Over here and then go up. Ah, come on. Failed that. Yeah, doing this going up and kick and going up gives you many more tries to get a good kick. Oh. Okay. Ah, come on. Come on. I have one extra life. Oh. There. 2, 3, 4. And he's dead. Okay. Now I don't have to defeat Jimmy Lee here. But if I can, all the better. But now it's looking much better. I have one extra life. If I die here, I can fight him with the full health. It's much more likely for me to survive. Come on. I mean, would be nice to beat him right away, but yeah, he has a lot of moves and a lot of health, so yeah. Still challenging, but not nearly as challenging as the machine gun wheelie there. Okay. That was fine. Okay, here we go. Now is the end game. Whoa, he also has the roundhouse move. Oh dear. We tried doing the 2 kicks and a elbow. Ah. Come on. Ah. Ah. He's stunning me at the same time I'm stunning him. There you go. Aha. Come on. If I do this, it will be only the second time ever I've beaten this game without using save states. Come on. Ah. There you go. Ah! Oh, I almost did the backflip, but I have to stun him and then turn the other way and then do the... Ah. And then do the elbow kick. Oh, come on. Ah. Come on. Yeah, I did it. Challenge conquered. I got the girl, rescued Marianne. Phew. Didn't have to load any save states, so it still counts. Final score, 56,360. Ah. Well, that was grueling. Very tense. But yeah, hope you guys had fun watching me get very nervous there, but glad I was able to beat it at the end. Even though it took me a lot longer than I thought, like 2 hours and 20 minutes, when each run is like half an hour, so 5 runs. And just like with the Solar Striker playthrough, just when I start using save states, that's when I do well at the game and I don't need to load the save states. Maybe I should start using save state or saving save states right at the beginning, just to kind of jinx myself into doing better. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I like I said, I have more challenge games in the future, other notoriously hard retro games to try and beat. Maybe not so soon, but I have other. You can check my schedule for my other streams, and this Sunday I'll be going back to Ultima Underworld, and the next Tuesday I'll be playing Day of the Tentacle. Let's see, here we go. Yeah, here we go. And then the Tuesday after that I'll be going back to Steamroller Dig 2 to possibly finish the game. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys like these kind of retro games, make sure to follow the channel because I play a lot of them. Sometimes I play like indie games or more modern games, but most of the time are retro platformers, retro RPGs, and retro adventure games, point-and-click adventures. So yeah, if you guys like these kind of games, make sure to follow. And yeah, if you also have other playthroughs on Twitch and on YouTube. So if you want to watch the other games I've already played on this channel, you can check out my channel there, subscribe and stuff. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.